with her character and her music as a whole. As her music career progressed, I just fell in love with each album and each work she put out.
I think she's very charming and outgoing, and she definitely has a bubbly personality that attracts people. Seeing an interview of her, it really shows her character, and I feel like it makes you want to listen to her music.
I feel like if I were to see her down the street, I feel like I could just go up to her and like have a conversation with her.
I feel like she has a really distinct, unique character, and that's what I feel like attracts a lot of people to her, and I feel like she radiates a lot of confidence.
She's so brave and she's so funny, she's so real, she's so authentic.
I like how she's very lighthearted. She's very unserious, which is like so likable about her. I found Sabrina from Girl Meets World on Disney Channel.
Thought she was so good in Girl Meets World.
Watching Girl Meets World.
Girl Meets World. Girl Meets World.
It was like one of our favorite shows because our parents had watched the first one, Boy Meets World, so it was like a continuation.
Her character in Girl Meets World was very rambunctious, and it was very fun to watch. I've always enjoyed seeing how she portrayed kind of like a troublemaker kind of character.
I like Maya as my personal favorite character because she was wild. Kind of always like wanted to be here.
Her perseverance and her bravery really stood out to me.
She was pretty like electric.
When she put out her first album, I was obsessed with it. I actually saw her in 2017 for the Detour. Sabrina definitely puts a lot of her personality into her music, and it definitely helps her audience get to know her as a person and helps fans relate to her.
I was supporting her since she first put out her first album, Eyes Wide Open, so I followed her music journey since the very beginning.
Over time, she has definitely grown her sound, and I think her music has matured a lot. It was honestly really inspiring to hear an artist be so vulnerable and willing to put her thoughts and her emotions out there for her fans to relate to.
Get a little touch of how she was in like relationships with her family, and relationships with boys and internal problems. I could just put on the song every time I felt happy, I felt sad, I felt upset, and I felt like I felt heard. I feel like I have someone who gets me.
Not many artists can do that these days.
In Emails I Can't Send, she really found her sound. It was more authentic to her, and I feel like I related a lot to that album.
When she first released Emails I Can't Send, I immediately fell in love with it. It's one of those things where you write from a place of raw emotion, and a listener can really feel that. Basically, like, these were kind of like emails that she sent to herself as kind of a diary, and she kind of based songs off of that, and she's kind of laying it all out on the line.
My friend had put me on last summer to it. He was like, have you heard this person? And I was like, I know who she is, but I didn't know she made music like that. Then he put me on to Feathers, and I was like, okay, this is a banger. No matter what you're doing or like who you're with, you can just turn it on and have a good time, boy or girl.
As she talked about her experience and put it into songwriting, she was able to put her deep emotions into art, which a lot of people definitely appreciate.
Sabrina being very transparent with her music, it helps me feel seen. I find it hard to relate to music sometimes, but I find it so easy to relate to the songs Sabrina writes because she's so genuine and raw and authentic in her lyrics.
My favorite song on Short and Sweet always changes, but right now it's Don't Smile.
Good Graces is like my favorite song off like the new album.
I can't wait to see Don't Smile live. I can't wait to see Fast Times.
Opposite, which is on the set list. I'm super excited to hear that.
I really love Coincidence.
For her surprise song, I really hope she plays Busy Woman.
Feathers. Oh, and Nonsense.
Seeing her open for Taylor Swift I just felt so proud of her, especially seeing her come a long way. Her as a kid even, she would have like many videos of her like talking about Taylor and like covering songs, and seeing her make her way up, I feel like she deserves it all.
Seeing her perform for like a bigger crowd for like the first time, like that's like the biggest crowd she performed for at the time. I was really proud of her.
It was like my mom and like my older sister sharing the spotlight, and it was so cool to see someone that I've grown so fond of and followed for so long achieve this big dream, and it was inspiring. I feel like I can do anything, I can dream big because Sabrina could do it.
I just kind of knew that this would shoot her into stardom.
As a fan, I'm so proud of her. I remember her nonsense outros when she was on the Eras tour. Everyone was so iconic. Something quirky and funny for each city.
I loved staying up late each night to see what outro she would do for each city. I feel like it definitely helps her connect to the fans.
Her ability to use like wordplay and slightly suggestive, wording, and it's just very fun to kind of see, and it's kind of like trivial and people get excited about seeing it.
I'm honestly so impressed with the media coverage of this tour. I think I've been seeing it everywhere and everyone I know is talking to me about it. And it's really cool to see this online community she's built, like not even through putting out albums, but like the tour itself.
When she announced it, I remember just like being in my room screaming and texting my friend. I remember saying, we're gonna get tickets, like we have to go.
Impression of the tour, I feel like it's just like such a fun vibe. It's just like gives me like sleepover vibes, and I'm really, really excited to see her tonight.
I didn't get to see the Emails I Can't Send tour, but I'm just really excited to kind of see where she is now as an artist. I'm not always like, I need to see this person live, but she was one of those people who I absolutely needed to see her. A lot of stuff that's up in the air is really exciting to see, so I know that I'm excited to see her outfit reveals, what colors she's wearing, what song she sings during the spin the bottle part.
I heard the album, all the songs were like bangers after bangers. I was like, oh, we gotta go.
I'm just really excited to be here. She means the world to me, and I'm just so happy I'm able to see her tonight.
My preparation for today, get a lot of sleep and try to get here as soon as I can.
I honestly woke up at 8 in the morning. It was a 2-hour drive.
Yesterday we went shopping and I found like this top and this skirt. It didn't have the heart on it, so I actually rhinestoned it myself last night and I stayed up a little bit late.
I was trying to go for the color of like the album. I remember seeing a shirt that has Kiss on it, and then on my shirt I kind of did a few kiss marks.
I started getting ready like mid-afternoon. I wanted to wear her merch to the concert.
I think it's very moving that Sabrina is educating her fans. I think it's so important for artists to use their platform for good. I think a lot of big artists choose not to use their platform because they're scared of the backlash, but I love that Sabrina is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in and what she believes is right.
I think it's really important for artists to kind of set that influence on their audiences, especially like knowing Sabrina, she has like more of a teenage audience too.
I think it's a great thing to use your voice and like reach to other people, let people know like, oh, at least like use your voice for change.
She wants to like make a difference.
If I were to describe Sabrina in one word, it would be charming.
Talented.
Beautiful.
Inspiring.
Entertainer.
Spontaneous.
Generation.
Amazing.
My love letter to Sabrina Carpenter would say something along the lines of, I've been a fan since we were both little. You know, we grew up together. The little girl inside of me who was a dancer choreographing to Sue Me is really excited to kind of see you in person and see your music growth.
Sabrina, thank you for putting yourself out there and making people like me feel seen. Without you, I'd feel so alone in this world. Just supporting her and listening to her music and staying up to date with her life just makes my life 10 times better.
I'm so grateful to have grown up with you as a role model in my life, and I'm so proud of you and how far you've come. Thank you for teaching me to believe in myself and teaching me that persistence and hard work pays off.
Even from your old albums and to your new albums, it's been amazing music. Never change.
I'm really looking forward to see you in person. So I went from watching you on TV to actually seeing you in person, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I can't wait.
For the Carpenters, thank you for being there for us, showing your compassion for music and art. It really makes a lot of people's days.